Hi, my name is Agnes. My favorite color is pink. My favorite food is oyster. My favorite TV is Seinfeld. My favorite movie is Shutter Island. My favorite author is F. Scott Fitzgerald. My favorite experience is astral projection. When I think of US TV, I think of Jersey Shore, The Hills, Gossip Girl, balanced reality TV, glamorous lifestyle of the rich and beautiful. That's what sells, and that's what people like to watch. When you're traveling, you realize most of the world don't like people from the US or UK for many reasons. For one, the US people are full of themselves. We're the greatest nation on earth. We have to fight terrorism, or just few of the things you often hear. Yeah, because it makes a lot of sense. We have to protect our nation because, when you buy a map, it's usually a political one that has different countries and different shapes with clear drawing of a line, as if now I'm in US, but once I cross the line, I'm in Canada, it's another country. Yay, another passport stamp. I visited another country. New York is so different from LA or Tennessee. Toronto is so different from Vancouver, Edmonton, Yellowknife, Whitehorse. It's like different countries, but people will say, well, it's the same country. Okay, but what does that even mean? We have to fight for national unity. What does that really mean? It's one nation fighting the other, or it's the elite few who are brainwashing us through propaganda into believing that? It's the poor people who are fighting each other, but for what reason? It's so crazy to me just how people are hypnotized into believing the news, what's on TV or mass media. It's mind-boggling to me because it's so obvious. How can they possibly not understand? They must be deeply hypnotized. For two, it's true that some people in the US are really rude, especially in New York. But the rest of the US all hate New York, like how the rest of Canada hates Toronto, rest of China hates Shanghai, rest of UK hates London, rest of France hates Paris, rest of Middle East hates Israel. Every big city, people are rude in their own unique way. For instance, London is snobby, aristocratic, rude. Shanghai is the ignorant, I'm better than you because you're a redneck kind of rude. New York is plain simple in your face, I'm rude and what kind of rude. There was this guy who was so rude to me. He had to be so stereotypical to a bald, bulky, white, wearing a shirt with big New York on it. Just can't get any more stereotypical than that. The US mass media, I would say TV, but no one watches TV anymore unless you're old, loves to promote violence, consumerism, just make people feel bad about themselves so they have to buy more stuff while being miserable to try to make themselves feel better, and it just continues on and on. I remember when I was watching Gossip Girl on TV with some other girls, I asked them, I don't understand why this show is so popular at all. They look at me like I'm an alien. I just don't like things that doesn't make sense. I think that's why I don't watch TV. For instance, when I heard some parents steam their child alive while other people go, ew, that's mentally sick. I'm asking, how did they steam the little kid? Doesn't it climb out of the pot? And they would ask me, why would you even ask such a question? Anything and everything you see in mass media, either through product placement or advertising, are all things I see and try to avoid to get myself into thinking I need this, because everything that's being paid for you to see are all things that you don't need. In fact, I try to avoid anything that's being paid for me to see. Milk, cheese, processed food, frozen food, soda pop, a car, a condo, skin cream, medicine, religious commercial, political announcement, even self-help gurus selling some kind of program. You don't need any of those if you're connected with your higher self. But of course, if you're not, then you need something to distract you, to fill the void. For instance, when you're watching shows like Gossip Girl, Sex and the City, you see something expensive like a pair of Mont Blanc, crocodile Birkin diamonds, a big mansion. You go, whoa, those are nice. I gotta have them to be happy. But how much are they? How much are they worth? I don't mean the monetary value, it's just a number that's represented by paper. The true cost of things is how much time you spent on it. Okay, you can say gold and silver has more value than paper money. What is gold and silver made of? It's made of atoms. I'm made of atoms. Why is something more expensive than the other? Who determines the value? Back in history, a tulip used to cost more than a house. What's bitcoins now, anyways? It doesn't really exist in the physical dimension. It exists because our mind created it. Now it's a currency. Canadian TV, I can't think of anything other than corner gas. I know it's a show about normal people doing normal activities, daily, friendly, nice Canadians. Generally speaking, Canadians and Australians are treated better when you're traveling because we're not so aggressive politically. To me, the mass media is just noise. If you're occupied by all the useless information, it distracts you from what's really going on. The infinite, connecting with your higher self, raising the vibration, traveling to different dimensions, being truly, really alive instead of a hypnotized zombie slave. The mass media doesn't want you to ask questions. It doesn't want you to think critically for yourself. So you can feel negative, so you can consume to push the economy going, because our whole system on this earth is based on fear, scarcity, instead of love and abundance.